before we move on, anything else? And Aliquip. I know a lot of people. I didn't think Clareton would beat them that badly. I thought they had a chance. But make no mistake about it, Coach Mianic, they're human. It happens. This is still a good football team.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna see them tomorrow night, and but yeah, this isn't one of the most talented Aliquip teams that he's had in the past, but they're still Aliquip. They're still, they're capable. When you look at who they lost to, they lost to Clareton, the best team, probably in several classifications, and Beaver, who would potentially be the best team in 3A. So they're still awfully good, and I wouldn't count them out.
I still can't believe what Central Valley has done. Because going into this year, I really thought we were all going to give Coach Lyons a pass, great success. And man, he's done it. This may be his finest coaching job yet.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, coming into the season, you're looking at that conference, and everybody's thinking, Quip is loaded, Beaver Falls is loaded. Beaver's got Darius Wise, and nobody was thinking about Central Valley, and sure enough, they're the best team, and they. I give them the slight edge tomorrow over Beaver Falls, and I think they can beat Aliquip too. So they can run the table. They're awfully good.
All right, I think it was 56 years ago today. The World Series, the Pirates won against the Yankees. And I was thinking baseball a little bit, so I thought we would talk a little baseball. You got Washington and LA. Max Scherzer has got 20 wins on the year, going for the Nats. Game underway right now on FS1. And the Dodgers, and of course Adam Liberatore, Blackhawk graduate. He's out for the rest of the year with an elbow injury, but he's going to be back better than ever next year. And you got Terry Francona. Obviously, they're probably going to have to get another collectible cup out with him on it. And you got the Cavaliers, with LeBron James. There's just so many things in this region, Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary. So this tri-state, if you think about it, there's still a lot of good people making big news in athletics at the major level.
Oh, there definitely are. I mean, I think we, sometimes we get a little jaded here, or I don't know if jaded is the right word, but, we've really, sent out some great athletes here, but Eastern Ohio has done so as well, and obviously, LeBron's a perfect example, being right across the border, and just a tremendous. But yeah, the Pittsburgh-Cleveland area has just been the last few years for athletics from the pro level on down has been just tremendous.
All right, Penn's right now underway on the NBC Sports Network with Geneva College professor of many years ago, Doc Emmerich, with the call. The Penns won't be with Crosby. He's got the concussion issues. They said he's going to be okay. Some of the things that people are wondering if they can have a consistent year from start to finish with Coach Sullivan. I think Mike Sullivan is the perfect type of old school coach, mucker and grinder, that these guys can look up to. And I think that's when the light switch went on, because it wasn't so much like college hockey, if you will. It became old school Canadian hockey. And I think that people like Malkin and Crosby, and even Fleury, when he wasn't injured and obviously had some issues, and then Matt Murray got in. But I think they really identified with him, and I only think they're going to get better. And once Crosby gets back, especially coming off the World Cup, you have to think that he could maybe be on the doorstep of having an amazing year. They have to be the team to beat, right?
Oh yeah, I would think so. Even with Crosby being out for a little bit, so obviously, Malcolm can pick up the slack. You still have the HBK line in there now. It's going to see how that works out as far as Crosby being out. Maybe, I know Mark Madden wrote in our paper, maybe breaking up the HBK line for a little bit, and that might be something they have to do with Crosby out. But for now, I think they're still in pretty good shape.
One of the best moves your paper ever did was hiring Mark Madden. He's probably the smartest hockey mind in this area.
Absolutely, and it's funny. In my other life, in my other job, I worked in Washington County, and so many people I work with read our paper online just because of Mark Madden.
Oh, yeah.
They get online just to read his columns. So he's definitely been a great addition.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody wanted them to maybe shift Marc-Andre Fleury because they thought Matt Murray was the second coming of Tony Esposito, But I'm glad that Fleury's here, and I think Fleury's going to have a good year, and he obviously gets to start the season. Is he still one of the top goaltenders in the National Hockey League?
I think so. I think he is. He obviously took a little criticism last year. He was struggling a little bit, and then the injury, and of course what Matt Murray did in the playoffs. A lot of excitement, but I still think the Flower is still one of the best goalies in hockey.
All right, two more things with Jim Eccles from the Beaver County Times, and we're going to talk Pitt football now. That game at Virginia is going to be heard at 12:30 on 93.7 The Fan. I think this should be one that the Panthers should be able to get, and I think a lot of it has to do with these freshman players that we talked about before. Shantez Moss, Quandre Henderson. I think these guys are starting to play like veterans, and it's just become a great blend. And Nate Peterman, I think, maybe having his best year ever, especially with what he's doing without Tyler Boyd, who's now with Cincinnati. I like their chances, Sam.
Oh yeah, I do too. And Peterman is playing really well, and his completion percentage is, over the last couple of games, I think it was over 75% or something. I think is what they said. And that's just incredible. And that's really been a key for Pitt over the last 2 years. Bringing in having that quarterback to really take control, that leader that they didn't have really quarterback. Probably not since Halko left even. Peterman's kind of that. He's a leader behind center, and that's really what they needed.
I also think, too, you need them to be recruiting this area. And now that Tom Bradley's on the West Coast and he's not getting all these players as he once did at Penn State, Polesny being one who played at Hopewell and is still playing at a high level with Jacksonville. We were actually exchanging text messages earlier tonight because I saw a story about UCLA playing another late game at Washington State. And by the time they get done, it's after midnight, and they were just talking about the whole late Saturday football thing in college football. A lot of respect for Tom Bradley. How crucial do you think it is for Pitt and Coach Narduzzi? I mean, Donovan Jeter would be great, but you got some other players that are out there too. I would have liked to have seen Jeter gone to Pitt, but it didn't happen. How important do you still think the WPIL is for the growth and for Pitt to matriculate to the next level?
Yeah, I think it is. The Whitfield maybe isn't producing what it was in the 70s and 80s. The number of star athletes, but there's still a lot of great players that are coming out of here now. Actually, Notre Dame has come in and taken.
Why do you think that is? How have they been able to do that? I mean, have they really leapfrogged Penn State, Pitt?
I think so. And I think we used to go to see a lot of Notre Dame games. Myself and my wife and my son Asa would go to games, and you go to that campus, and I think Don and Jeter talked about it. You go to that campus, and
you can't help it.
Yeah, it really, right? Yeah, it's not hyperbole to say it's a magical place, and you're there for the game, and the stadium is right there, and the students are mixed right in, and Notre Dame doesn't have the athlete dorms. All the players are with the students, and it's just part of the. It's just part of the culture there, and Jeter touched on it. Even at the game, he took his official visit. They lost. It was still just such a magical atmosphere. And I think that plays a lot. A lot of these kids, they get on campus and see what's going on out there. It's a tremendous place.
All right, before we talk pro football, just some games in college football. Just give me your thoughts. These are the top five. You've got Bama, of course, taking on Tennessee. They're 6-0. Number 2, Ohio State. Urban Meyer going to be at Wisconsin. Is 4-1. Number 3, Clemson at NC State. Number 10, Nebraska. Just want to throw them in there. Kind of intrigues me a little bit. It's the Heartland game. They're taking on Indiana. And 20th ranked WVU, I haven't talked about. And obviously, we're all rooting for Les Rochelle out of Hopewell.
Oh, yeah.
They're taking on Texas Tech. I think that the three teams that come to mind, it's Alabama. Coach Saban just refuses to lose. Urban Meyer can win at any level, anywhere, anytime.
Yep.
And Clemson continues to be, I think, the big story in college football.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All three of those teams. I'm a little partial to Wisconsin. Our son is now out there, and actually not just for that reason. They may be able to pull the upset. They've got Ohio State at home. Now, obviously, Ohio State is a favorite, but I wouldn't be surprised if Wisconsin at least kept it close, if not pulled the upset.
And I got to believe having Russell Wilson in Seattle, it makes a lot of kids who may be undersized, who have some speed, think about Wisconsin that would have never maybe thought about Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. And that's what we found about Wisconsin, too. It's not quite the same as Notre Dame, but when you get there, that campus is tremendous, and just the town of Madison is tremendous. So, I know Mike Caputo out of West Allegheny went there and loved it there. And it's another place, when you get out there, it's just a tremendous place. And I think that's how they've gotten a lot of good with you kids, too, out there.
Is it all Barry Alvarez all the time when you're out there? Do you see a little Barry Alvarez?
Oh, yeah. Little Western Pennsylvania flavor out there. So
good. Okay, NFL, then we'll say goodnight from the Brighton Hot Dog Shop. Don't forget, Beaver County Times all weekend, timesonline.com. Everything that's high school, college football, hockey, Steelers, Major League Baseball, John Parado, FanRag Sports, and of course, correspondent for the Times. He's on the road right now, so that's why he is not here tonight covering Major League Baseball. Denver and San Diego, two teams going in opposite directions. Phillip Rivers this is the last go-around with San Diego. They're 1-4. They're having a hard time this year. Mike McCoy obviously is on the hot seat. Gary Kubiak's not even at the game in San Diego because of some migraine issues. Former NFL quarterback, Super Bowl quarterback. Denver, I have to believe that John Elway, just like he did in that 2-minute drill, just when you think he finds a way to help them become a better football team, what has he meant in the front office to Denver?
I really think, he's got I think he brought despite being a professional athlete, he brought kind of a business sense. Even though he was an athlete, he had a lot of business on the side. I think he kind of brought a business sense to the front office there. And obviously his name, carries so much weight. So he came in there. A lot of times you see these former athletes and maybe they don't have a lot of success in the front office, but Elway certainly has. And last year was a perfect example. Leading to the Super Bowl.
All right, last thing, Steelers Sunday, and the Dolphins in Miami at 1 o'clock. We got that class of, I think it was 83. Well, not I'm thinking Marino and those guys. The class of, what was it, 2004, I think. You had Ben, you had Eli, and you had Philip Rivers.
Yeah.
What about Ben Roethlisberger? Does he still have quality time ahead, or do you think we're seeing the best Ben will be?
He's got some time left. I mean, he is definitely at the peak of his game right now.
Right.
I can't imagine him playing much better than this, but I think he can keep that up for another couple of years at least. It seems like he's just gotten better as he's gotten older. I know, you got a guy like Tom Brady who says he wants to keep playing in those 40s, and I think Ben is the same way. Ben is an athlete, and I think he can certainly keep this going for another few years.
Well, and I was really intending to bring this up. If you had Marino, you had Elway, you had Jim Kelly. What about that class as opposed to the class I just mentioned? Marino never won a Super Bowl. Looks like Philip Rivers may not ever win a Super Bowl. Any comparisons at all as far as talent, and who really would you think is the better class?
No, I've got to think that 83 class. I know with Marino, with Elway, Jim Kelly, those are Hall of Fame, those are legends. Out of the other class, I mean,
and even though Buffalo lost 4, people don't understand to get there.
Yes.
And Marino to get there in his second year.
Right.
I think that gets lost in the translation.
Yeah, absolutely. And the class that Ben came in with, he's probably going to get out as a legend. Eli, he's won the Super Bowls, but I think he's still always going to be overshadowed by his brother. And like I say, Philip Rivers probably never will. So I think it's the only one that may end up being a quote unquote legend is Ben. So that 83 class is just...
Ben already, do you think, did enough to be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, absolutely.
I agree. Eli Manning,
Yeah, I think so.
The Steelers too legit for us to quit believing that, yes, maybe there is a reason they've had all this hype now about getting to the Super Bowl? You think they're that good?
I think so. They've shown how potent that offense can be. I think they should win on Sunday. Now, sometimes they play down the level of their competition historically, at least since Coach Schwab's been there he's done a great job, and sometimes they do play down the level. But I think the next game against New England, I think we're really going to find out just how good these Steelers are.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but folks, if he doesn't come up with this, you can blame me. The guys that go out there and the gals that cover high school sports on a Friday night, just their names. Can you just rattle a few of them off?
Bill Ullman, he's been
a legend.
Yeah, he's been there for 27, 28 years now. Obviously, Mike Byers, Beaver County Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
AJ Chiappese. He just hired a new person. His last name is Tepper.
Okay.
His first name is...
I know, I put him on the spot. But I want people to know, that's my connection.
Yes, Steve Brenner's been there a long time covering sports. I'm in my 27th year now. So, we've really had a lot of guys who have been there for a long time.
And something I always see inside that paper, not the chocolate shake, you got to come here, but I always see somewhere a little ad with that crimson and gold, the Brighton Hot Dog Shop. Folks, much love. Enjoy your weekend. Friday Night Lights tomorrow. It's going to be an exceptional Week 7. Enjoy. Good night.